ask was very different, and we are live.
Hey, hey, hey.
You're you're a
Dude,
bully now.
Dude, hey, it is guy, dog.
You know, I never believed anyone when they told me that Sitle was in his 60s until now.
Yeah, yeah. So you should. I'm close to retirement. See, I don't need two pot for me to tap into my retirement fund. But anyway, how's everyone doing?
Oh, no, can't complain, man. How are
already
you,
started.
Sister Ed?
Nah,
He drinks every day, this guy. Every single day, dog.
nah.
Every day. He
I
drinks
drink
more
water.
beer than water, bruh.
I drink water every day, and then every now and then I'll dash it with beer. But anyway,
Hey, bruh. All the time, dog. Watch. Next time we shoot, he's gonna have a cold one. All the time. He's always got a cold one.
yeah, but like yeah, Mondays are stressful, guys. I think people don't tell you that in corporate. So anyone who's aspiring to be in corporate, don't do it. Mondays are just stressful. I think everyone here will agree.
I would argue Tuesdays are worse.
Yeah, you
I
reckon?
work
I
from
think
home, so I
Tuesday
won't
is
complain.
easy. You've set the tone. You know where you're going.
No, I think Tuesdays are worse because everyone's had a bad Monday. But Tuesday, they back with the vengeance.
Yeah. I think Thursdays and Fridays. Those are the
Wednesday
days
after lunch, people stop tearing.
because they realize that whatever deliverables they promised on Monday not gonna happen.
Yeah, we're not saving lives, guys. We're only saving PDFs. It's fine. By Wednesday, they realize this. Monday morning, they're all about life saving. They're going to stop China from attacking Taiwan. That's what everyone's like on Monday morning.
I've never thought of it that way. But since X has decided to mute himself and hide
Why
himself
is he
because
here?
he
If we can't see
Ah,
Wait,
him
he's
and
back.
he's
He's
not
back. He's
smoking,
back.
I'm here, bro. I'm
Okay.
here.
doing what?
are you
He's
really?
He just
having
took a
technical
big bite of
difficulties.
something. He sounds like he just took a
Am I?
big bite of something.
Well,
No,
last
I
week,
just had
last
a sip of
last
something,
week,
yeah.
yeah, last week he took a shit. That's why we were late for the
Yeah.
show.
Ah,
Anyway,
win.
on Monday.
Shabbat, don't listen to these guys, bruh. They lie.
We were 15 minutes
Yeah.
late.
Imagine that, a 15-minute shit. But anyway, what are we discussing today, gents?
You know what we discussed
Our
things.
fullback tier list.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you guys to tell me what we're discussing. So, how are we going to do this?
There we go.
There we
Let's do
go.
this. You can rename the tiers. Yeah. So
No,
at the
why are you
bottom.
not doing that?
Okay, fine. Well, okay,
We'll
fine.
keep
Okay.
it like this. Keep
No
it like
worries.
this.
Okay.
All
what's
right.
the S
All right. The vote.
for everyone? What
Superb.
tier is S? Superb.
Yeah. We'll do the goat tier thing at the
Yeah,
end.
man.
I think,
I
yeah,
think,
Insane.
I think let's
this
change them.
tier can be GOAT tier because there is someone who is an undisputed GOAT.
Yeah, that's what we did last week. Where at
Okay.
the end of the show,
And I'm assuming
pick
we're
one.
putting the same person there.
we all picked Maldini for the best centre back.
And I'm putting him here as well.
Well,
Damn.
we can't do that. He's not.
Of course
here.
we can. Of
Ladies
course we
and
can.
gentlemen,
Anyway,
no, we can.
continue.
It's going to
We
be
can't.
a long show. Bear with the family.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. So S is superb. A is,
Alpha.
B is,
Beta.
This you guys are dumb, man.
Charlie, and then Delta. Fuck.
He's played for Chelsea.
Wait, okay. So let's do goat. Let's do
Oh.
what are we doing?
World class.
World
World
class.
class.
World class, yeah.
What are we doing here? Average, bang average.
No.
No. Bang average
Great.
should be C.
Yeah.
Let's make it great.
Make it
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Yeah. Make
What?
it great.
Yeah, great, and then
Great,
decent.
average, and
C
then
is average.
and then Glenn Johnson.
Nah, but like and then
And D
bang
is
average.
Gary Neville.
How did I write that?
Average.
Let's go.
How many
And
leagues
we're
does Trent
off.
have?
Okay.
Champions Leagues does Trent have?
We'll
One.
get
These are
We will
questions
get
that need
there.
answered.
Let's start on a mutual ground. Let's take this
Yeah.
man here, have
And
him
put him there.
and argue between GOAT and world class.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll leave
Oh,
it to the
Shiva.
We're arguing
Okay.
GOAT
I
or world
think
class.
for me, he is. I think he's the most decorated footballer of all time,
Not
and
the
I
GOAT.
don't think he's one of those, people like Gary Neville who just won a trophy because he was in a great team. I think he is
Mhm.
one that contributed heavily to all of the medals that he's won. I am putting him in world class simply because of the man that I want to put in GOAT is just a tier above everyone else.
Ooh.
So for me, he's in
Okay.
world class.
Who's next?
And
Yeah. I agree with Shiva only because he's he kind of messed up. Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah, Melly, my G. Okay,
messed
I'll
up.
stop. He messed up. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? He messed up. He really fucked up.
I just remembered now. Yeah, he really did.
Yeah,
Really
he messed up.
like very, very badly. Very, very
Yeah,
badly.
very, very badly.
Speak on what
A
everyone
great
knows.
drive
which
back
is
for another
football.
great role model, guys. Please. Please.
Guys,
Okay,
I put
fine.
Dani Alves at GOAT, man. This guy is incredible, bro. And to Shiva's point, he did contribute to matches, to trophies, even the Brazilian team. There was a time when he was, one of the last of a dying breed. Bro, Dani Alves is once the greatest left back of all time. There was a period where there was no one touching this man. So for me personally, GOAT. And I hear you, Shiva. You're probably going to obviously compared to Maldini, completely different eras, completely different players. But I do think in his time, in his era, there was no one that could touch Dani Alves, guys. Messi even
And
used
as
to
well-
say,
yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry. No,
Messi
go.
also used to say, I need Danny behind me to do the covering, the overlapping, the dirty work for him. So for me, Dani Alves GOAT, guys. I'm done.
And as well, bro. And as well as really, he's won in Spain, in France,
Yeah.
as well as in Italy as well,
Yeah.
and in
That- that's
Brazil.
And Brazil, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no. Actually, Zweli, I'm with you, bro. I'm with Zweli.
It doesn't
Dani
take a
Alves,
lot to
guys.
convince X, but anyway, we move on. Trishul, where are you
Oh,
with this
okay.
guy?
So good.
so we're leaving him in world class, right? Because that's
No,
that's
but
the
Trishul
standard
hasn't said his
now of
piece.
fullbacks. Oh, okay, go.
Yeah.
Sorry. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
he's
listen
in
to him
world class.
anyway, but continue.
As I said, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a long episode. Bear with us.
Yeah, no, he's definitely in world class. Probably the best right back of our generation. So yeah, there's and he is the second most decorated footballer of all time. So he has the
Second.
trophies, he has the talent. Yeah, Messi is first.
So ooh.
Oh, yeah. The
So
goats.
let's do a count here. Shivar says world class. Trishul says world class. Meli's GOAT. X is GOAT. So my vote counts.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Talk about
Look,
starting.
there can
with
only be one
GNU.
GOAT. There can
Yeah,
only be
I-
one GOAT.
For me,
Okay,
there's
fine.
only one person in the top tier. For me, like,
Okay,
guys, again, this is
Let's
just my
leave him at
opinion,
world
right?
class.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
so
now
move
this
on.
is the standard of world class. So if I
No,
put
he's
someone
at
Yeah.
the top of
great,
world class. He's at the top of world
Okay.
class. That's
Okay.
Okay.
what we did last week. He's at the top.
Okay, I'm gonna start with like the non-offensive players because I'm very keen on certain players. Let's take a walk with this man. Where do we have him? Same tier as Alves
Great.
or
Great.
just below?
Great.
go to show.
Yeah,
You can go, Trisha.
He's been great. He's been he's the treble winner for Man City. He won in the first Champions League. He's been England's first choice right back or centre back for the past 10 years. He's been
Yeah.
City's first choice right back for the past 2016, 2017 that they signed him. So 7-8 years. I'm not going to say he's world class because his decline has been bad. Like
Nah, but I
very,
think
very bad.
Father Time catches up with everyone. Let's
Yeah, but the one thing
let's
that
take
Walker
him
had
from-
regardless was his pace, and even that is he still has it, but quite a few times. It's starting to show his positioning is gone. Walker's, we saw that recently. His positioning
In
has
the
been
Euros, yeah.
very bad.
Mm.
Yeah. So I would put him in great. If you're using Alves as a standard, then definitely we can't put him into world class. I don't think he could go into world class in any case.
Phew. Any other views?
I agree, but I disagree on
The
when
reasoning
Trishul
why
said
we have
that
him at-
he's- No, I have him at great, but I disagree on what Trishul says about he's lost his sense of positioning. I never thought he had a sense of positioning. I thought he made up with it because he was
His
so
recovery,
good
his
physically
pace.
and his
Yeah.
recovery was amazing,
Mm.
and he could back himself to get back. Now that he can't do that anymore, his weaknesses are being exposed.
Yep, valid point.
But saying
Valid
that,
point.
recovery is a skill, and backing yourself like that is also a skill. So we have to give him credit for that. And at one point, he was the best right back in the world. So for me,
For
great
like
is
what,
fine.
2 minutes?
Yeah, I don't think he was.
Yeah.
I don't think there was ever a point in Walker's career where he was the best right back in the world.
I
I
would
agree.
argue when he pocketed Mbappe, he was the best right back in the world.
And what else?
was
did
Who else has pocketed Mbappe?
Axel
Wan
Twanzebe.
Bissaka?
Twanzebe.
Twanzebe and
Guys,
Wan-Bissaka.
Yo, you
Yeah.
guys are talking about that one game that you guys played.
But you
name me
also
one
were talking
game.
about that one
Yes,
game.
you also
Well,
talking
You
about
name
his
me
one game.
Guys,
You said
Yes,
one
yes.
game.
Yeah.
There's levels to this thing. He pocketed Mbappe and went on to win the Champions League. You guys pocketed
Mbappe scored
Mbappe
against him.
and
Mbappe
And
scored
then-
that game.
and then Oli signed a new contract. Let's just put things into perspective.
Guys,
Okay.
number one,
Okay.
before episodes start, we need to talk about what exactly are we going to be speaking about when we rank players, because that's why I had to stop X earlier when he was about to bring up Danny Alves' criminal records and stuff. What are we talking about here, guys? Are we talking about accolades? Are we talking about their technical ability? Are we talking about their overall play, contribution to the team?
Everything.
Everything.
Gonna have
Off
to
the
We're
be-
field.
putting everything into a
Because-
mix masala pot, and then we
Because
spewing
Kyle
out
Walker
the number.
also has very bad off the field activities, so we'll just
Nah,
Yeah.
I don't say
If it's
bad. He just
everything,
makes kids.
Kyle Walker for me is a decent football player. I've never seen a quality cross from this guy. I've never seen him take on plays besides kicking it forward and running. He's a decent player, guys. If we're talking about everything, he's decent, man. He's okay for me. He just
Wrong.
he fits a
You're
system.
not wrong.
He fits a system.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
is true.
Zweli, I'm with you, bro. Zweli, so far, man, you've hit the nail on the head, bro.
Ah,
I'm
but
proud
X,
of
stop
you.
with the
I would
copying and
actually
pasting
even
of
argue
comments.
if you
No,
take out-
X.
Nah, but like I test, bro. If you guys like physicality too much, sihle end, dog.
No,
Like-
no. I'm
Nah,
not talking
but-
about the player. I'm talking about
Yeah.
your answers. You are just copying and pasting whatever Mali says.
Yeah, cause no, not come on. He just made two great points that I agreed with. Ah,
two
sihle
players-
end.
He hasn't made any counterpoints. That's the thing. He's just
Yeah.
saying, what you're saying is wrong. Counter my points, bro. Speak on what I'm
Counter.
saying.
Yeah,
So,
because so far
okay,
it's 2 for
Melly,
2.
my only counter, and it's not a counter, it's more of a I'm agreeing with you, but a different perspective is, for me, he's had 2 seasons where he was undoubtedly world class, and he had one other season where he was very good but not world class. The rest of the time, he kind of did fall short. That's including the season that just went past. So
Agreed.
I get your point. But those 2 seasons are,
Stand out.
Yeah.
they
I
do
think-
stand out. And when we
I think-
think Kyle Walker, we'll think those 2 seasons.
Yeah.
I think from my
Right,
side,
yeah.
I disagree
And
with what
I
you're
will
saying when you
give
say
him
he's a
credit
system.
for those 2
He's a sys-
seasons because he did work hard, and him working hard showed. You know, he won accolades. He got captaincy at the end of the season, or at the beginning of this season. Oh wait, end of last season, beginning of this season. So I will give him that. And no one challenged him for his spot. I mean, Pep signed a bunch of players, brought players through the academy, and no one took his spot. I think Trishal was speaking about the fact that he was even like number 1 choice for England. You know, no one was competing with him there. Players used to run away and go to centre back because they knew they're not taking right back. So yes, I will give you that. That I'll concede, guys. Let him be great.
Just on your point where you said that he's a system player, I disagree with you. I think also the Spurs Walker was a decent player, and it wasn't that they used an exceptional system that suited him. So based on where we are, I don't mind having him where we have him at great because he's consistent. We have to give him
Cisse,
that.
Cisse, what did he do at Spurs? Like he was
Mm.
fast. What did he do?
Mm.
Like
Mm.
I just remember his pace. Shavar, what you got?
That matters.
He scored a free kick against Man United on the weekend that Paul Walker
Oh, you
died.
just hate my club.
Remember this?
You just
I remember. No. I remember this.
Oh,
I remember this because people kept getting the name wrong. I'm like, who scored and who died? Was it Kyle who scored? Was it Paul who scored? Like, what was going on here? It was the same weekend.
For
Yeah.
me personally, guys, I don't remember Kyle Walker at Spurs. I just remember he was a fast player down the flank, but I don't remember he wasn't memorable. So I don't remember. Cisse, what do you remember from him at Spurs, bro? Like
The pace.
besides the free kick,
This is no the pace. It mattered. He pushed the ball right in front of you. He would do what Bale did to that Brazilian.
Barca.
We'll get to that, but I'm just saying. Great, all in agreement. Let's move on.
great, man.
Yeah.
Great.
yeah, let's move
Move
on.
on. Let's go. Where are we going? Shivar, choose a player quickly.
Let's go with Ivanovic because I think that will be divisive.
Ivanovic.
I won't talk
I
much
think-
for now.
No, don't leave
I'll go
Cisse and
last.
don't you dare.
No, I won't talk.
Sit
I want
in.
you guys to talk.
Yeah, I put him on as great. I think he was a great fullback for Chelsea. He hardly got exposed in his prime. Of course, physically he was a unit. You know, Serbians in general. Serbians are built like rugby players, bruh. They got the size on their end. And yeah, man, he was great, right? He was always giving you a solid 7 out of 10. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mali should have
I'm-
started
I'm
and you
afraid to
copy
agree with
whatever
you,
he
X.
says.
Cisse is gonna say I'm just dick riding, but I agree, bro. I agree with
yeah,
what
my
you
G. Great minds think alike. Hey, Cisse, drop that guy.
No, we're still waiting for
Yeah.
the twins to speak. Come on, guys.
Come on,
Okay,
twins.
So for
Y'all are
me,
racist. That's fucked up.
I don't disagree with anything that the two of you have said.
But-
Was a solid 8 out of 10. For me, it's just this man had BMT. He showed up in the big
Yeah.
games. Right?
Yeah, 100%.
That has to count for something. Because
Yeah.
when you
Yep.
when you needed a performance, he put in a performance.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Let the
it wasn't
Chelsea man
like
speak.
it wasn't like actually he did have some match winning performances. Because he
Yeah.
would come up from a
He
corner,
won the Europa League for them. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
he won
Cisse?
the
Yeah.
Europa League, right?
Wasn't he the
It's
header?
just so the reason why I'm going to put him in great and not world class is because who we have in world class.
Yeah.
Facts.
I agree with you, Shavar.
Mr. Chelsea, state your case. Why is he next to Danny Alves? Let's hear this.
I feel he belongs there. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh, hey,
John
this
Terry
guy.
all over again.
Speak, nigga. Speak.
You guys forgetting that I'm the administrator today. I can have all of you gone and host the show and present the show by myself.
And you'll have no
My
viewers.
keyboard, I've got my keyboard warriors online, and I don't need you guys. You're forgetting that.
But for real,
Just
yo, state
saying.
your case, bro. Like for real. Like
Nah,
what's up?
man. What
Thank
he
you,
did
yeah.
for Chelsea and for the longest of time, I think he did it back to back, if I'm not mistaken, 5 seasons. Where he was performing at that high level, and
Yeah.
whenever there was a match, whether we're playing any of the top 6, he would step up. He wasn't captain because he was in a side where there were a lot of international captains, but you could see that, yeah, he gave it all for the badge. That's why I would have him great. But given the points that you guys have raised, I hear where you're coming from, and I'm more than happy to drop him down to be on the same as Mr. Walker himself. Are we
Yeah,
happy?
boy. Yeah.
X, choose your next player and hurry.
Oh,
Sanga.
okay. Let's go with Risa, the Liverpool guy.
I'll be quiet until the end.
Okay, so I don't know. Mali, do you wanna choose the next player? We're gonna. Mali, do you wanna choose the next player?
No,
I
bro.
would put Risa in decent, to be fair. Like he was decent. You know, he wasn't bang average. He was
Yeah.
a really good left back, and he had a very good free kick and long shot on him. But he wasn't.
Yeah, he really
He
did.
wasn't world class. He was decent. You know,
I agree.
he wasn't
agree, I
anything special, but I think he was a pretty decent, solid left back.
True. True. Like
He had a lethal left foot though.
Shavaz, the only one who
And
could
that left-
add or like
Mr. VAR, what do you say?
I actually also say decent. He
Yeah.
was solid. He was dependable.
Thank you, Shiva.
He was
He could shoot.
reliable. He had a thunder cunt of a left foot,
yeah.
but nothing
Carlos
nothing
said.
to write home about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember his left foot, bro. And that left foot was deadly, dog.
was.
And then we bring out this guy.
Yeah,
That's not
there's a lot of
Even there,
opinions here.
That's my call.
Yeah.
Oh, is that?
Yeah,
oh, I
leave
thought
him
that
there,
was
bro.
Carlos. That's my call.
Yeah.
Maicon was great. man.
Yeah, my call.
Yeah.
Nah, he was great.
Look,
Great,
I
guys.
would have put him in world class, but then we all know what happened from a certain
One match.
Welshman.
It
Yeah.
takes one match.
Yeah.
But he
It
never
takes one
recovered.
match.
He never recovered after that. He
He
never
didn't.
recovered.
It's actually scary that he didn't, bro. He really didn't.
Because
Nah, I
him and
think it messed
Alves,
with
him
him.
and Alves were actually like fighting over who was going to be right back for Brazil, and people were saying that
Yeah.
it was going to be Maicon because he was better defensively, and then Bale just put a giant full stop there, and yeah, never heard
Nah,
from him
like-
again.
The one thing
Yeah,
I
on the
remember,
real, though,
it
we
was
did not hear from Maicon after that. I don't
yeah,
know
it
what
was a
happened to
Champions.
him after that.
It was a Champions League night, ne?
Yeah, Champions
Yeah.
League.
Yeah.
Where Bale
It was
decided
bad.
to push the ball, and then Bale got out of the field, went out,
he
literally
bailed.
went the long
No,
way.
that was
That was
Bacha,
Bacha.
and that was
Yeah.
Bacha. You're thinking of. I know the goal you're thinking of.
It'll come to me. But anyway, we're all in agreement, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Next player. Let's I don't know, let's spice it up a bit. Because we haven't had an argument.
World class, bro.
World class.
This guy's a pure footballer. Remember Zweli when we spoke about a player who could play everywhere? This is the dude.
Yeah.
Pure footballer, bro.
The best
Yeah.
You know a player where you have him at GOAT level, but because of
Yeah.
whatever is at GOAT, you are forced
Yes.
to downgrade him.
Yes.
But there isn't a level
Yeah.
that is world class, not good enough.
Yeah,
I don't
for
know if
real.
I'm the only
That-
one who thinks that.
No, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right, bro. Marcelo was in a league of his own, guys.
Yo.
Technically, leadership,
Oh, my
accolades, contribution, what him and CR7
first
did on that
touch.
flank. Was
Mm.
His first
second
touch.
third touch.
Yeah, Marcelo's
score,
first
he
touch
could
was
assist.
ridiculous.
No, he was.
Nah,
there's
let's-
nothing that said. I would.
He
also-
could dribble. This
No,
guy
there's only
made guy-
Tishle, there's only one goat. There's
That's
only one
now
goat.
you're too far. Now look, I was with you, but A, I don't think he belongs above Danny Alves, and B, he is not in the conversation. He's not in the same
Guys,
conversation
why
of
do
the
we have
guy
to have
that.
one goat? Why do we have to have one
No,
goat?
There's
There's
only,
only one goat.
there's only one scenario
whole
where I will
premise-
have two goats, and we know
Wait.
what that scenario is,
Wait,
and it might
wait.
not even be two goats anymore. Okay, let's
Wait.
split the goat tier, right?
Left
have
back and
the
right
goat
back.
tier. No. We'll have the Messi tier, goat tier, which is the top of the goat tier, and we'll have the Ronaldo tier, goat tier, which is the bottom of the goat tier. And then I'm
So
happy.
put-
You didn't
if
have
it's
to say it
Marcelo
like
is the
that.
Ronaldo tier.
You
Make
didn't
it a
have to
list,
say it like
yeah.
that. Jeez.
World class
you
elite goat.
Yeah.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. Let's have him here. Let's right in front.
No,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
not better
I
than
would-
Danny Alves.
He was better than Danny Alves.
He was not better than Danny Alves.
Okay, let's
I say he was.
the
But yeah,
viewers,
go on.
keyboard warriors, please let's settle this family feud. Who is better between the two players that we currently have world class? Thank you. We move on. Who's next? This boy here. It's a pity we don't have a lot of Arsenal fans to defend their players. I think this
I don't
boy
think
was.
you want to defend him.
I don't think he was decent, but I have him at great.
What?
State your case. Not just
Same.
say stuff. State your case. Why would you put him
No,
there?
man, because I'm trying to recall what he did at Arsenal, and he did move
Nothing.
to Man City, right?
Yeah.
During that whole big move where most of these big players at Arsenal moved to Man City.
I believe the word you're looking for is exodus.
Migration, yeah, whatever you want to call it, the Great Migration. And for France,
You know, Jotham is decent, bruv. He's decent. Sanga is decent, dog. Bakary Sanga.
I think
Sanga was
he was. I think if he continued his Arsenal form, we'd have him at great. But he was also part of the worst French side I've ever seen in my life, and Pep couldn't wait to get rid of him at City. So for me, that knocks him down to decent.
Yeah,
I agree.
now,
I agree, Siobhan.
here's the first one that Alvarez is more silverware. Counts for something.
It does.
Mm.
And he's got a treble.
We'll
Enough
get to
with the
that
Brazilians.
later.
Let's go with this guy here, with homie over here. Where do you have him?
Come on.
Great.
World
Great.
class.
Great.
I have him at great.
I'll give him
Yeah.
world class purely because of longevity, guys. I thought
Okay,
every
let's-
season
let's-
that this guy was gonna leave, or he's done,
When
or
X,
he's
okay,
tired, but he kept
when
on.
X,
Was he at the Euros?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he won, dog.
yeah, world class, guys. Let's not sleep on Carvajal, guys. And to maintain
Hold
that
on.
position at Real Madrid for
Okay,
this long,
I have a point. I have a point.
X is one of the biggest Real Madrid fans. For him to say
Nah.
this bowler is great,
I have a point.
and it ends there. He's close to saying he's bang average for what Madrid stands for. So
Yes,
I would
yes,
agree with
Tuchel.
X. He's great.
to shall speak.
So-
'cause I've also got a
So,
point.
Melly, so I say great. I agree with what you're saying with longevity, but throughout that longevity, there was never a point where he was world class. Like every year, Madrid fans wanted him gone. Like, yes, bro, 100% a top quality right back, and he's won things that some players won't even dream of winning. But there was never a point where Danny Carvajal was world class. He was
give you
top
that.
quality,
Yeah.
but he was never, ever. I don't think he
Yeah.
was better than any of the three currently in great.
Does it rest?
Ah,
Yeah.
Maybe
Listen,
on the
I-
same
I-
level as Ivanovic, but nah, I wouldn't.
yeah.
Actually, no, not
Yeah.
even. No, I wouldn't. I would keep
Touche.
him in great.
Touche.
We move on.
Yeah.
I
This
actually
homie
agree with
here,
everything you just
speaking
said.
about speaking about the great
Decent.
migration,
Decent.
But as well, he's the last Arsenal. Remember, he won the league when he was 18. He was part of the Invincibles. Yeah.
He wasn't invincible.
I have just
He was.
realized something.
Dude.
I've just realized
Yeah.
something. We're missing a very important player here.
We'll
Where is
get to the-
Cashley Cole?
Oh yes, he
Isn't he
on the
there?
names.
He's not
He
there.
was on the list. Oh my
He was on the
days. Dog,
Yeah,
I thought I added him. My bad, man. Oh shit. That's a
Can-
very
can we
important
talk-
player.
Can we talk? Okay, we're all happy with Clichy and decent, right? But can we talk
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
Cashley?
World class.
Yeah, Ashley Cole. He's
Yeah.
he's for me, yeah. Hey man, out of the left backs I've seen, he's in like my top 3 greatest left backs.
For me, he's number
That's
2.
yeah. Yo, Cole was incredible, man.
World class.
Yeah.
He's the second best. He's the second best left back I've ever seen. Probably the second best full back I've ever seen. He was also criminally underrated.
He was also
Yeah,
invincible.
That man dropped 10s for free.
Yep.
yeah.
And he
I'm
knew how to
not
pocket
ignoring you guys.
Ronaldo.
And
I'm
the
not
Champions
ignoring you
League.
guys. I'm just busy sorting this thing out because it's not right. Continue talking.
Yeah, it's not right that we don't have Cashley.
Yeah. My bad. I forgot to add him.
Man
I
had a family to
apologize.
feed.
Guys, I was actually like, if Maldini wasn't on this list, I would put him at GOAT. But because Maldini is on this list, then obviously he goes to world class. That is how highly I rate him. As a Liverpool fan. None of our wingers ever beat this guy.
X,
I'm
don't
waiting
ever
for.
let
I'm
me
waiting for.
be
Ek-
in charge of this thing again. Like this bias. What are you doing? Bro? What are you doing?
Who did he do now?
Like,
What did he change?
why did you put that man at world class, bro? Like,
Because that's where he belongs.
Where
Who's
would
that
you
guy
have-
anyway?
Where
That's
would you
Ashley
have
Cole,
him?
Melly.
is that
That's Ashley Cole.
That's
Yeah.
Ashley
Yeah.
Cole.
Get
Oh
glasses,
shit,
my
my
guy.
Yeah.
bad, guys.
Get
My screen
glasses.
tiny.
Who did you think we were talking
Yeah.
about?
Dog, I thought
No,
that
no,
was,
no,
what's
we were
his
talking
name?
about
I thought that
Cole.
was not Maluda. Oh, I forgot what his name is.
Maluda.
Fucking idiot.
Hey,
Yeah.
Grizo, you made an appearance.
Grizo. He was here last week.
Hey,
Oh,
he was
was
here
he?
last week.
You're muted.
Is he on
Grizo.
mute?
Oh
Yeah.
gosh, that's his signature move, by the way.
Oh, there we go. He's on mute.
So we're
Says
gonna
the
go
oak
back
that
and
left
forth.
out Ashley Cole.
Fucking haters, you know
Came in
haters.
with a-
But Kiza, this one is yours. It's a free pass. Where do you have this baller here?
I think Evra will go into great. What he's done in that United team, taking over from probably one of United's best, Dennis Owen, we struggled to find a replacement and we still haven't. Luke Shaw has not lived up to the hype, so he definitely goes into great for me.
I think he goes to the top
Mhm.
of it. He was better than everyone else there.
Agreed.
Great.
Okay.
Can't argue.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
put him at the front of
Um,
great Sishle, so we know.
For
What's
me, for me, guys, the only reason he's not in world class is because of who is in world class. Like if the
Yeah.
tiers were set up differently, if we didn't have a GOAT tier, I'd be putting him in world class.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's
But
a
he's
Suarez
not-
bias.
He's just not on the level of, Marcelo
The way
Alves and
the way
Ashley.
the way Krizo bit into that line that he said that it's as far as
Oh.
bias. Jeez, like,
It's like he's been thinking about it all week.
Shivar missed it, but anyway. Homie over here.
Who is that?
Who's that?
Is that,
Is
oh,
that
Lisa
French
Rasmussen.
guy?
Lisa
Liz
Rasmussen.
whatever.
Yeah.
Senor.
Is
No, that
is
Lizarazu
or
guy.
Senor?
Yeah, bang average, gents.
No man, is that not Willy Sagnol?
No, that's Liza whatever. That French guy who won the World Cup with that dude. Liza Lazou.
Haven't
Lizarazu.
seen
What
that
do you
much
do?
of him. Has a really
Send me
nice name.
also on
No,
that.
that's not Willy Sagnol.
Sit
That's
in
not
it.
Willy Sagnol. That's
No, it is that Liza Lazou guy.
Yeah, no, that guy.
What do
is
you do?
Lizarazu. Yeah, put him in like
Yeah.
bang average, decent.
Hang average, we don't know whom. Anyway, who are we going next? Let's go here.
Lucky Likhwati, world class, dog.
In which world is this? In which
That's
world
Lucky
is this?
Likhwati, dog.
In which world is this?
He played for Pirates, dog.
Oh,
In
He
which
lifted
world?
3 trebles
I
back
mean,
to back, dog.
Yeah,
Three
and he couldn't
trebles
even
back to
mark the
back.
Bonga Novete. Come on, X.
Yeah.
We have-
Come on.
We have a World Cup winner in bang average. He's just perspective.
But he won 3 trebles, dog. 2 trebles back to back, dog.
Hey,
The
sometimes
MAN
the
Cup
things you
voted
do.
from
But anyway, we'll move on.
But Lucky Likhwati was decent.
Actually,
Yeah, it
hold
was-
on. Yeah, yeah. Let's leave him here. Let's have this argument.
That Cafu.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, so before I saw Maldini was here, I was gonna say Cafu was my goat.
You see, both of them should be in GOAT, guys.
Go
Well,
right
I say
Cafu
world
is the goat
class.
right back. Yeah. Yes.
Goat
Cafu
right
is
back.
Cafu is world class.
And Maldini goat left back. I agree
Yeah.
with that.
hold on. You guys saying Cafu is world class? You have him in this? No, man.
No. Goat
Guys,
goat
Cafu.
right back. I don't think we've
Cafu.
ever had a right back that's better than Cafu. Come on, guys.
You guys are
Exactly.
playing with
We
Cafu,
haven't.
guys.
No,
You guys
guys,
are
come
playing with
on.
Cafu, guys.
Come on. Not Malo Gusto
Yes.
and Reece James and all. This is Cafu.
This is all winning captain. Guys,
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 This man
when
was
we
crucial.
think
You didn't have to
When
be
we
that
think
personal,
about
my guy.
that
Come on.
Brazil team,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Think of this guy. Along with Ronaldo, Ronaldinho,
Yeah.
Romario, all of them. Think
Dunga.
of this guy.
Yeah. This is when
Guys,
Brazil
that's
still had a
what we need.
defense.
Nah, this is a goat, guys.
It's when Brazil still had a football team.
If you
Dude.
disagree, if
Deal
you
out
disagree
Mamelodi
with that,
Sundowns every week.
Yeah.
Look, for me, the only reason I would disagree with that is because I think there can only be one GOAT. But if we want to say GOAT right back and GOAT left back, then I'm happy.
no.
Yeah.
What we'll do is let's put him there, and then we'll argue in the end as to like literally do you want to
Yeah.
change anything.
Yeah.
If honestly, if you don't believe Cafu is a goat, go play in traffic. Who's next?
So
Okay,
let's get
let's talk
Maldini
about
out
the
of
guy
the way.
that-
Let's move him up.
Yeah.
Okay,
Put
yeah,
Maldini,
put him in
yeah.
goat.
Put him
in
in
goat,
there.
yeah.
But who's better between the two?
We'll get
Maldini.
there. And then
We'll
there's
get
this
there.
homie here. And then
Okay.
there's this
Uh,
homie here.
Goat, bro.
Yeah, just
World class.
no,
Go!
world class. No, world
World
class,
class.
guys. World class.
World class.
Fellas, Mbappe. Ah!
No, I know,
World
gents.
class.
No,
So
gents.
gents, I concur with it. Let's put that man in goat.
No,
That's- that's left foot.
no, guys, the nostalgia is a bit
That
too
guy,
strong.
goalkeepers need to dive out the way for this dude.
Yeah.
Keepers used to dive out the way. Yeah, they you that left foot dog.
No.
So
You are
Shabazz,
wild.
this man played-
Guys,
just
I've-
imagine this man playing with a Jabulani ball. Come on, guys.
Yo,
What he would have done.
dude, that thing was swerve, bro.
It would have left Durban
I feel like
Cape Town.
We need a
I
tier.
feel like
We need
I
another
am
tier.
fighting against everyone's childhood here, right? But that is what it is. This guy amazed us when we were kids, right?
That's the French national team.
So did Cafu, gents. Come on.
Yeah, but
This, where do we know Cafu from? The Brazilian team.
Maldini.
Other than that,
Yeah,
let's call his club
Cafu.
career out.
Cafu
And-
was the best right back in the world when he was 20, and he was the best right back in the world when he was 35. That's why he's GOAT. Paulo Maldini was the best defender in the world when he was 18, and he was the best defender in the world when he was 40.
Yeah.
Just
That's
because
why
you
he
did it
is
first
GOAT.
doesn't mean you did it. You
Yeah.
did it first.
Listen,
How about
the only
Carlos,
problem with
guys?
with
Carlos is
Roberto
better than everyone
Carlos-
in world class.
I don't
Carlos
think
had
an
that
amazing
Roberto
career,
Carlos was the
But
best
he was not the best
defender.
fullback in the world at 20, and he was not the best fullback in the world at 35. The other two
True.
were.
Seatley, if that's the case, I think we need to create another ranking, which should
No.
include elite above
Elite.
world class.
Yes, make it
No,
elite.
That's it.
guys, it's too late. It's
Make
too late.
them elite,
Too late.
yeah.
It's too late, guys. We decided on this.
But
I
listen,
think you gotta drop him.
listen.
You gotta drop him.
Crizo and X.
Yeah, then you have to drop
Crizo
him.
and X. Can I speak? Crizo and
Let's
X.
vote
Yeah.
on it.
Only
Yeah.
thing I'll say that was like that will make me pull Roberto Carlos down, right? Is I don't think he was that great at defending. That's the only thing that will make me pull him down. But other than that, he was like Marcelo. What we were saying earlier about Marcelo, that he could do anything, he could play anywhere, he could attack, he could even drift into the mid before Pep was doing that whole thing of defenders going to the mid. But that's the only thing that would make me drop him to world class. But other than that, he was GOAT, guys. But I would drop him. I'm with the
But-
people who
Yeah,
say
yeah,
drop
yeah.
I'm
Okay.
with those
Mali, you kill me because you've just defended by saying the one thing he's hired to do, he wasn't able to do best. Everything
Just like
else he did.
Trent. Just like Trent.
Just like
Just
Trent.
like Trent.
Just like Trent. Yes.
Modern day
Oh,
football.
no.
Guys,
yeah.
we'll put Trent in world class when the time comes, but for now, we'll talk
Oh.
about Carlos.
Oh,
Let's vote on
Trent
it,
goes
guys.
what the other Liverpool
How many
defenders.
for we move him down to world class? Say aye.
I'm sorry, I respect you, Roberto, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna drop
yes.
you, bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
drop you.
okay.
Love the
Hey,
basketball. Top of
Yeah,
world
we tried.
class.
This-
Top of world
This
class,
is
he said.
this is only because of the people that we have at GOAT. It's for no other
Yeah.
reason.
No, but anyway, who's homie here wearing sharp?
That's Dennis
Dennis
Owen,
Owen.
guys, and
Yeah,
that
great.
is definitely
Great.
dude. That
Guys.
is not, get it right.
Michelle, are
Rachel.
you saying
Not
great?
going to be great. It's going to
Yes.
go world class, bud.
Hi,
I would,
guys.
yeah.
Guys,
I would.
I don't
Guys,
remember
I would
Dennis
put him on
Owen.
Let's-
great.
Let's look
Everyone
at who
talked
we
about him.
have in world class.
Yeah, I would put him in world class. I would not put
Let's
him in
put
world
our
class. I'm saying
passions
great.
aside, and let's
Sorry,
look
guys.
at who we have in world class.
Sorry,
This
guys.
is the
I
guy
don't know if
that
you.
brought-
I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys heard Shivar saying hi, guys. He said it with like a South African accent. Whoever
I'm
is
South
watching,
African. What do you want from me? I'm South African.
you really frustrated, homie. He went, hi, guys.
Yeah.
Aye.
Great.
So,
Now,
gents,
world
Dennis
class is-
Owen brought United's first title home. And that's what spanned a 20-year domination of the EPL. There's no way you can put him in great. What this Oak has
Vote
done
on
in
it.
front of the
It's simple.
Yes.
It's
But
simple.
Chris,
We
though,
vote
let's-
on it.
his contribution to the team, you know,
yes,
like nothing stood out for me. And you could say
Okay.
it was a system. You could say Sir Alex's formation positioning, but for me, he didn't stand out. I've watched his clips, I've heard about him,
yes,
but I don't think he contributed to a point where,
Yeah.
like, I was like, "Wow, this guy's incredible." And I'm a United fan,
Great,
bro.
yeah.
So
Mm.
I agree
Really,
with
so-
you. He did start get the wheels churning, but for me personally, I'd put him at decent.
What
Okay,
I
I'll
will
concede.
say is, okay, decent. No, Melly.
Right.
Yeah,
Decent
I would
is a
put
no.
him in great.
But
Yeah.
What I will say is why I won't put him in world class. We've all watched these shows where people talk about who is the greatest ever Premier League 11 and best Premier League player in this position. And when it comes to left back, everybody says Ashley Cole and moves on. There's no discussion. There's no comments. It's just it's
agree.
Ashley Cole and we move on. So
Yep.
he is not on the tier
Thank you,
as a
Sisley.
no.
You can
Okay,
bring him down
Sisley-
to world
Sisley,
class again.
yeah.
Come on,
Okay,
Sisley.
okay, we're done speaking about him. You can move him back down. Because of that, we cannot put this guy in the same tier.
Your logic is sound, Shiva. I'll go with you on that one.
Guys, you're putting him
Thank
on the same level as Evra.
Yes. you do.
No, but Evra
Agreed.
was the best in great. Evra, that's how we're
Okay.
looking at it, Melly. Evra was
Yes.
the best in great.
Okay.
Okay,
Right,
we
now,
move on. Homie over here.
Zabaleta.
Zabaleta was underrated, eh?
Underrated, but he wasn't
I
anything
can't put him.
special.
You know what? I actually think I would put him in great because, like, the difference between him and Walker is not that much. But the others, ish, you can't put him with
Nah.
Maicon. You can't put him with
So-
Evra. You
so-
can't put him
yeah.
with Ivanovic.
So,
Put him at the
Shiva,
top of
when we
decent.
do a review at the end, I genuinely believe that Walker's going to drop down one level. If we all vote, he's definitely dropping down one level.
I
So I
agree.
would put Zabaleta in great. And for the pure fact that this was a tackling defender that was able to move the ball forward himself as well. And when we spoke about it earlier on, what I caught from Melly is, have you ever seen Kyle Walker whipping across to supply
No.
to someone? No.
You asked
Yeah.
me.
Just
Yeah.
could do it in spades. So
It's fine. We're almost there.
Yeah.
We're almost there. Who's homie here?
Abidal.
Abidal.
That's Abidal.
Swiss guy.
He's
put him
got to
in
go.
He was
Okay,
tough.
for me,
Tough.
the only reason he's not world class is because of who's in world class. So he's
Yeah.
another one of those. He's got to go great.
Agreed.
And if the
But-
tier list
Yeah.
was different, he'd be world class.
Mm,
I see
I
him
think
as
we're
a
all in
system
agreement.
player, definitely, but
yeah.
yeah.
Think
so for
about
me-
this right now, right? Right now, with Pep and his inverted fullbacks, and you've got a left back that sits when your right back bombs up and, comes into midfield, and you move to 3 centre backs and all of that fancy stuff. This guy's like perfect for that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 My
You'd
man beat
excel in the
cancer,
modern
came
era.
back and won the Champions League.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then beat
He was
Cancelo,
yeah.
a pure footballer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great it is.
But
That's
no,
Lauren.
That's Lauren, yeah.
Lauren.
Decent,
Yeah.
decent.
Decent.
Guys,
Don't
guys,
know
this guy
much about
dropped it.
Arsenal's defense. They've always been an attacking team, so I don't know much.
I just
about
remember his own goal where he
He had-
controlled the ball and shot it into his own net. That's the one thing about Lauren that I remember.
Lauren was okay, guys. He was a pass
Yeah.
mark, you know what I mean?
Guys, he
Nothing.
he had one season where he was ridiculous.
yeah.
Like that.
Funny.
Remember Miguel Michu? He pulled a
Yes.
Michu season.
Decent. He was,
He was
you're not
okay,
going to
man.
meet you in great.
He was a
Just
kid.
Yeah,
because of that
decent.
one season.
Yeah,
Yeah, decent
yeah,
it
that's
is.
true.
He's a
Okay,
decent.
cool. And this homie over here in black and white.
World class.
Carlos
Carlos
Alberto.
Alberto. He was a
Doesn't he
centre
have
back.
a
and a
World
right
Cup?
back. He's world class. Yes,
Only have
two.
two
Yeah.
World Cups.
Yeah, two.
Yeah, I think
class.
once you don that Brazilian jersey, just forget about it.
Yeah.
Homie over here.
Who is this?
I think it's Thuram, Lilian Thuram.
You
Marcus
should be a
Thuram's
center.
bad,
For me, he should be a centre back rather.
Correct.
Yeah,
but he played
also-
right back for
we
Juve
did
though.
put him in our
Yeah,
centre
he
back
did.
tier list, didn't we?
Yeah,
He did.
yeah, I think we did. He's another one who was versatile in the sense that he could play both positions.
No, dude, I'm not arguing that he's bang average. Like, this is a world class footballer, but I don't know if fullback's the position for him. But if I would have to, I'd put him in great, just because.
Yeah,
Of his-
yeah, he was
okay.
great at
One World
fullback. Yeah,
Zambrota.
Great. Low end of
Great.
great.
yeah,
I think
It's
we're
just great.
importing everything to great now.
Shiva did Zambrota
yeah, but he was.
So hold on. Zambrota was one of those fullbacks where you would have him in the team if he couldn't defend because of how good he was going forward, and you would have him in the team if he couldn't attack because of how good he was defensively.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
But
So-
he wasn't especially world class.
yeah, true, Shiva.
But
So-
he
you're right.
yes, he does have a World Cup, and I believe he's got a Champions League with Barcelona as well.
Okay.
So what you're saying, Shiva, is that he is the Aaron
Decent.
Wan-Bissaka of his time, a specialist.
No. I'm saying he's the opposite of that. I'm saying he was so good going forward that you would have him in the team even if he couldn't defend. And he was so good defensively that you would have him in the team even if he couldn't attack. He
I
could
hear
go
what you're
both
saying.
ways.
Yeah, he
And
could.
Zambrota
And there's
was
very
great,
few
bro.
players we can say
Even-
that about.
He even stepped into the midfield sometimes. He was very good. taking
Yeah.
that.
He did.
Technically,
So,
bro,
great.
he's another one
Yeah,
who's
I
underrated to Zambrota.
We can move
So-
on.
So Lam, let's just put him in
World class.
guys.
World class, bro. I love
World class.
one's quality,
And
bro.
Yeah.
and I even believe that Lam could even move up to the front of that world class just based on what he's done in Germany and for Germany. So he's
Yep.
won a World Cup with them. He's
Hey,
won
I'm
how
sorry.
many Bundesligas?
What's
For
that?
me,
But Lam has no weakness. I've never seen Lam have a bad
he
game.
has
Yeah. Same.
What's
Every
I've
time
never
I watch
seen
him,
Lam have a
Lam
bad
always
game,
dropped a
bro.
10 out of 10. Plus, you talked about
Always.
defenders going to midfield. That's literally what Lam did.
Yeah,
Lam
bro, and
played-
And Pep once made a comment. Yeah, Pep once made a comment saying that he's the most intelligent footballer he's ever managed. He's like, you hardly needed to give him instructions. He knew what to
for
do
me-
on his own.
I
Yeah,
completely agree. X football IQ, ability, discipline. He was incredible, nah. But then X, you and I always speak about eye test. Ulam was boring, man.
He-
Like
yeah, he was boring but effective.
Nah.
Ah,
he
no.
did his job. He did his job, but he was
Nelly.
boring.
I don't
was
think he was
boring,
boring.
man.
This guy would bomb down the left hand side, cut in on his right foot, and curl one in
Yeah,
Boring.
from left
I
full
think
back.
I'd agree with Mali. He when I say I think boring is a
Who the fuck is
is-
Mali, nigga? Melly.
it's
Melly.
nearly.
It's the
no, that's
Olympics,
the
you're a
fourth time I've
country.
said that.
Mali, what up, Mali?
I think boring is a lack of a better word. He was effective, and in him being
I did
effective,
say that. I said boring but effective.
oh,
Same
okay,
sentence,
yeah,
The reason why he was boring is because he just made it look so easy.
Touche.
Yeah, I agree on that.
It's
I
like-
agree
Yeah, I'll
on that.
give you that.
It's like people used to say that Jacques Kallis was boring to watch because it was just like easy for him.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the
yeah.
same concept.
yeah, but he was frustrating at times.
Yeah.
Let's find, yeah, let's go. Yeah, where we have this for me.
Bang
Great.
average, and there's no argument, guys. Guys. This guy's bang average.
Who's this,
Bang
Daniel?
average.
Sorry, who's this?
I have to agree.
I would put
There's
him
no
at the
Alba.
bottom of
Alba,
great or top
yeah.
decent.
Oh, Jordi Alba.
Yeah.
Bang
Yeah.
average.
Uh,
Leo Messi made this guy's career. He made a career out of getting wide and providing width so Neymar could cut inside.
I agree. I've
But
never,
even
watched,
in
I've never seen a season.
Sorry.
Sorry, Egg. I've never watched a game or a season where I'm like, oh
Hey.
my god, Alba is incredible. So I agree.
Nah, there
He
was
was
none of
very
that.
he was very good at one thing, and that thing was creating width for Messi, Suarez, and Neymar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, now
Okay,
time for
so
the
now
biggest
we
discussion.
can
Time
then
for the
decide.
biggest discussion.
Yeah, now the biggest
Can,
one.
can we talk about Rednev, please?
I would put Gary Neville at the top of great, the greatest Premier League right back ever.
Nah.
So-
Yeah.
He was
We
also
need to
boring,
mute
but
Tuchel's
effective.
mic.
He did his job, guys. This guy.
Nah, the thing is that you know,
guys-
at times really when you're in a group assignment with 5 distinction students and you're the one that gets Fs, you automatically get the distinction, my G. Yeah. I'm just saying, dog. That's what happened with this guy. I don't rate Gary, dog. I don't rate him, and I'm a United fan. If I'd see Gary Neville, I'd walk past him. I wouldn't even ask for an autograph, dog. That's how I don't rate this guy, dog.
Guys, do you know how many
Thanking him for everything he did for my
Look,
club.
Do you know how many players
Guys.
were shining because of what Gary Neville did for them, guys? This
That's-
guy was
Because they were A students, really, dog.
David Beckham.
No,
Nearly,
so
guys,
so
hold on.
really,
Hold on, for me,
Yes.
Gary Neville did for Man United exactly what Jordan Henderson did for Liverpool.
Oh my
their own,
God.
On their own, they're not spectacular. They're not
Yeah.
impressive in any way, but you build a team around what they're doing, and that team will succeed.
Oh.
That's how I see Gary
They
Neville.
are a football icon, a Premier League icon to a headless chicken. You just did that.
so
That's what I think.
okay.
That's
so
what I
so
think.
the first job of a right back in his era was to defend the ball. It allowed United the freedom to play with that attacking team because we knew that David Beckham was never going to get back. The strength this guy had to, number one, defend his box and then still move that ball forward, technically creating part of that, what you would call a attacking fullback role. Because this guy was always up there on the right with David Beckham, but he had the legs to recover and come back and defend his box.
injured.
No one
And he could cross.
that.
And he could
100%.
cross.
And,
I think
uh,
the
Dog,
biggest-
which car? Which car?
Chris, I agree with
You see,
you. I agree
Chris,
with you.
you
I
just
think
Chris just described the Toyota Taz, dog. Like literally, that's what you
Hold
just
on.
described, bro.
Guys,
Hold on.
Didn't we all learn how to
Hold on.
drive on a Toyota Taz?
Can I please?
Yeah, but it's a reliable car, and that's about it, dog.
Hey,
Man,
if
we got BMWs and Audis, my
you would not be
G.
driving your Lambo. If you didn't have your Taz, you would not be driving your Lambo. So,
But you
what
get
I'm
what I
trying to say is,
mean, man.
I get what you mean. I get what you mean. But what I'm the thing we have to realize is, since Gary Neville became a pundit, in everyone's eyes, he became a much worse footballer because
Agreed.
nobody is as
Yes.
harsh on Gary Neville as Gary Neville is. Right?
I agree with you, Savar.
And he's
This
also,
is a Liverpool fan. I think we put him in great. I think
Thank
he
you.
goes somewhere in the middle of great. He's better than
No.
people there, but he's not better. Gary Neville is not better than Patrice Evra. He's not better than Ivanovic. He's not better than Maicon. He's like Carvajal level.
No, no,
Ah.
no, no,
Ah,
no,
blasphemy.
no,
Blasphemy.
no, that is blasphemy. Come on.
Guys, okay.
No,
There's
like,
a
those
saying
type
about.
players,
Hold
that's the
on,
level.
hold on.
I'm
Hear me
X,
out.
I'm just going to say this. Since we lost Gary Neville, who have we had own that role since Neville
Exactly.
went retirement?
Exactly.
No,
You've
but
had the
let's-
Silva
let's-
brothers that's
Antonio
coming.
Valencia wasn't bad.
Well, he had three
Nah.
world-class years. Actually, Valencia should actually be on this list, to be fair. But that's besides the point.
Yeah. So
But Krizo,
all
why,
I'm
why
saying
must
X,
we,
is
why
we
must we
have
be
not
crucified for your lack of recruiting good
Preach,
players?
Chrizzo.
But anyway,
Thank you. Thank you, CKN. I don't agree with you most of the times, bro. But there, I agree with you, my guy. There.
no, you don't have to agree with me. I agree with me.
No, but
But there's an English saying, there's an English saying that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. But basically, what it means is exactly what Shivar was speaking on, where alone, Neville is bang average. But in the system that he belonged in, it was a complex system with Alex Ferguson and Fergie time and he appeared to be better than what he was actually.
And then for England, how was he for England? When he puts on that kid,
You know,
how was he?
there's
Nah,
my
there's nothing
best
memorable.
analogy.
There's
Ex-
nothing
The
memorable.
Who's
best
been good
analogy
for
I can
England?
think of Gary Neville is remember the old wind-up windows in cars. That's what Gary Neville is, right? That is
It works.
spectacular. It looks old-fashioned. You know, it looks out of place nowadays in the modern era, but it worked. It did its job, and it was far more reliable than these fancy. You lift the lever and the window goes up things now.
And
I
plus,
agree with you
with the
there,
wind-up
Shabab.
window, you couldn't
Okay.
hurt your
So I'll
hand if you stuck
concede
it there.
that it
but
goes
anyway.
into great.
I have a story for you guys. I have a story for you guys.
Khalid, off the stream, please. Off the stream.
Okay, off stream.
I guess your tune had something to do with the window, the wind-up window.
There's a photo
Um,
to back it up
So,
to. But
Cecile, let's just move that man up to great in front of X's Danny Carval.
No,
I
let's
would
vote
put
on
him.
it.
I would put him second.
Let's vote on
in
it.
grade.
Okay, so those that say
Second in grade.
decent, show of hands. Those say the man was decent. It ends there. Show of hands. Fuck.
Ish, dude, I can't.
You're on your own.
Oh, we can't see you, X.
X is fine. It's fine.
Sicilian did that on purpose. Sicilian did
Yeah,
that on purpose. He did that on purpose.
We move him to great.
That's
Yeah.
it,
Guys,
sir.
this guy was incredible.
Come on,
Nah.
come on,
Engine,
come on.
He was tracking
Hey.
back.
Come on.
He was aggressive. He was smart. He could whip in the ball. Yo, guys, this guy was good, bro. He was the best left back of his generation, guys. There was no.
I'm glad
there
you
was
said
no
good.
wing-
Good isn't
Is there
great, but
anyone
anyway,
that we're forgetting? Is there anyone that else
There's
that
a
we're
lot.
forgetting
there's a lot.
aside from
Are
Cash?
we including current, like active players?
No.
I don't
Let's
think
just
we
go
should.
with retired players.
Okay, then Antonio Valencia. For me, I think he was better than everyone in decent, but I don't think he was better than a lot of people in great. There was 2 seasons where he was by far and away the best right back in the league, but for only 2 seasons. Actually, 1.5.
I agree.
So I would put
Yeah.
him
Who is
at
a Lauren?
I would put him at the bottom
No,
of
no, no,
great
no,
or at the top of decent.
I
Guys,
would go top decent.
I would go as far as to say Valencia was probably like one of the first pioneers of the wing back. You know, he was one of the first fullback that attacked and could dribble and had skill and could score and could
And
whip
he
in the
could
ball.
tackle.
And he could
I
tackle.
think Millie he was a winger. That
He
they
was a
moved
winger.
him back because he
But he
couldn't
was
beat his man.
converted, wasn't he? Wasn't he
Yeah,
converted?
because he couldn't
Yeah,
beat his man.
converted.
Yeah.
That's
He couldn't
what
beat
Jamie
his man.
Carragher says. Like a fullback is either a failed centre back or a failed winger. Antonio Valencia was a
Yeah.
failed winger. That's how he became a good fullback.
It's same thing with Marcelo. It's like same thing with Marcelo. He was actually a left winger. I remember even in FIFA, I remember my analogy, when you move a player from one position to another, the rating goes up. Yeah, Marcelo's one you go up if you put him on left back. I mean left wing rather.
It's time. It's time.
Yeah.
TJ. It's time. Now we discuss who are we chopping and changing.
Oh my God, we are forgetting
Hold up.
someone. We
Hold
are
up.
forgetting someone. Zanetti.
Yes, that's who I was going to say. Javier Zanetti.
That's world class. That's world class.
For real.
Shit. My
That man
bad.
is the
My
definition of world class.
Yeah.
This guy would go in for a lunging tackle and his hair wouldn't move. That's how class he was.
We are also forgetting another Chelsea legend,
Oh.
Aspilicueta.
Oh yeah, Aspilicueta as well.
Yeah,
Shit.
Yeah,
That's
put him
fine.
in great.
I put him in great.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
we can move on. So,
Yeah.
I don't know where
The
you guys
big
want to
question.
start. Do you want to start
The
with
big-
this unfortunate thing we have going on here at the GOAT level?
We can start at GOAT level, but
Yeah.
so I
One
am
vote
going to
each.
say,
One vote each.
yeah. So off the bat, I would take Maldini out of GOAT for the pure reason that we gave him GOAT last week as centre back. He can't be GOAT in both positions. He played across
Okay.
all 4. Granted that he is probably the best defender across the board that we've ever had play in history. But
Mhm.
he had a strength in being a centre back. Yes,
Mhm.
he started as a youth at left, but if we have to go specifically on fullback, I'm definitely only giving that to Cafu in that regard. I'm not sure if anyone concurs.
I concur.
I don't concur,
I
but I had
concur.
my hand up because I had to argue with something.
But we'll go up. Trishul. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Trishul Shabbat will go up. So I concur.
Good.
Now it's Trishul. Then it'll
That's
be
two.
Trishul. What do you say, bro?
So, look, it's Maldini. What Criso said is he's the greatest defender in football history. There's no denying that. But also, he was a better centre back than he was a full back.
Yeah.
And that's that. Look, I can't separate them. I can't. But I think based on that alone, plus we didn't make him our GOAT centre back, and I don't think anyone really argued there. So for fullback and out proper fullback alone, I would have. I'll give it to Cafu. But I do agree on what Criso said that as a defender across the board, wherever he played, he was the greatest. But for
Yeah.
fullback alone, I'll go with Cafu.
All right,
Shabbat.
Shabbat, what's up?
Right,
Shabbat,
Shabbat.
what's up?
He's got more Champions
Aye,
Leagues than
guys.
Man United.
Ooh.
Cheers,
But that's
that
a
one
lot
is
of
for
players.
you.
He's got.
Why couldn't you use Chelsea, dog, as an example? Why am
Hey,
using
Man
I have
United.
more Champions Leagues than Chelsea. It's not impressive to have more Champions Leagues than Chelsea. That's why. He was
And
No,
the
I
best
just-
fullback in the world when he was
Monday,
breaking
I
through at
choose-
18.
It's
I'm not done,
Monday. I
CJ.
choose
I'm
peace.
not done. He was the best fullback in the world when he was breaking through at 18. No one beat him. He was the best fullback in the world at 40 years old when he marked Cristiano Ronaldo out of the game. No one beat him. He is the greatest defender I have ever seen. He is top 5 greatest footballers I have ever seen. He would go forward. He would defend. He's got a goal in a Champions League final. There wasn't a weakness to his game. He at centre back. So there's two different players in here. Because at centre back he was calm and composed and never really tackled. But at full back he would destroy you with the tackle. He came up saying at centre back, if he has to make a tackle, it means he's already made a mistake. But at fullback, he would tackle because that was the job of a fullback, and he was the best fullback in the world.
I
And
like it.
Touche.
Until his
You
until
cannot-
his legs ran
You're
out
not
and
wrong.
to-
Like you're
to-
not
But his-
wrong.
Yeah.
but his legs went at 40. He played
No,
left
but-
back at 38 against Cristiano Ronaldo
Yeah.
and marked him out
Yeah.
the game.
That-
Ronaldo
that-
went on to win
that-
the
You're
Ballon d'Or
not
the
wrong,
next
like
year.
Trishal said, bro. Like, damn, you stated your
Yeah,
case.
you're
bro.
not wrong. You're
Yeah,
not
no,
wrong.
you're not wrong, bro.
It's just
Yeah.
a case of he's the greatest defender. Like we all agree on that.
Yeah.
But
That-
I think it's
that-
also
yeah.
a thing of give respect to Cafu because we
I
gave
do
Maldini our centre back.
give respect to Cafu, right? But when I'm thinking about the top 5 footballers I have ever seen in my life, I'm thinking of Paolo Maldini. I'm not thinking of Cafu.
But Shabab, don't forget the tagline, the heading of this episode. We're talking about. So
It has to
what
be
I'm basically
right
saying
back.
is Maldini's greatness almost works against him in this
Okay, wait.
situation.
I have a question. Was Cafu a better fullback than Maldini was at fullback? Because
Ooh.
Maldini
Yes.
was a better
I don't think so.
defender
Yes.
and centre back.
I don't think so.
Yes.
I don't think
I
he was.
think
I'll
Cafu
tell
was
you
a better-
why he wasn't, right? I'll tell you why he wasn't, right? Because with Maldini, you weren't going to beat him. You weren't going to try to beat him. You were going to get close to him and then get scared and run away because he was that good. So he didn't really need to even have to defend. But this man also pushed up. He also provided width. He also got into midfield. He could play with both feet. He was good in the air. He literally did everything you needed as a footballer at a world-class level. He also
So did
showed up
Cafu.
in big games.
So did
Cafu hasn't scored
bro.
in the Champions League final. Has Cafu
Cafu
won
got
a
2 World
Champions
Cups,
League?
bro.
Cafu's
Shabbat-
only got one
Cafu
World
got a
Cup.
World Cup, bro.
Cafu,
Shabbat,
Cafu has not won a Champions League when he wasn't playing with Maldini, but Maldini's won 3 Champions Leagues when he wasn't playing with Cafu.
okay. Shabbat,
What I'm
I
saying to
agree
you-
with you. Like I said, the greatest defender that you've ever seen. We had the same argument last week where I referenced Franz Beckenbauer, who's arguably better than Maldini because he's got how many Champions Leagues under his belt? How many German
Not 5.
titles under his belt? How many
Not more
World
than
Cups under
Maldini.
his belt?
I think okay, World Cups. Yes, he's
So-
got more World
so-
Cups than
so-
Maldini, but
How many?
he does not have more
European Cups
Champions
under
Leagues
his
than-
belt.
That
So
was last week's
again,
episode, guys. Come
this
on.
is the argument that I'm having: is that I give you that Maldini for our generation and for the better part of 3 generations was the greatest defender across the board. But in this
Mhm.
specific forum that we're talking to today, we are making reference to fullbacks. I
Yeah.
don't at this point in time believe that the majority of his games that he's played, he played at centre back. So
Centre-back,
you
yeah.
can't rate his youthful games where he still had the legs and it required him to be the best fullback at that time. He unfortunately had to move out and then move into the centre back. And that's the only reason that I'm not agreeing with you. Any other
So
reason
I
that-
I
yeah.
get you. I completely understand what you said, but he was 38 playing left back against Cristiano Ronaldo and marked him out the game.
So I'll counter that. Nesta, his partner at centre back, was asked or tasked with covering Messi, and he did the exact same thing. Marked out,
Please.
arguably in your world, the greatest player or goat ever. Nesta
Mm.
made Messi look like a small schoolboy. So
No,
this just shows you
dude,
the
I
strength
agree with
of
you. I agree with you,
Italian
but
defenders, and regardless of, even if we look at Chiellini right now, if you see his age, you can go and put him up against any of these new strikers that's coming through our ranks, and you still believe that him as a defender would win that. So in my mind, the Italians has always had this strength. As a defender, you defended using your brain, not necessarily
And-
your body, like you
Mm.
said.
and
And that's
who
what
is
made
the
it great.
first defender that comes to your mind when you think of an Italian defender?
You're gonna go Maldini.
There you go.
Always.
Wait,
But-
what I'm
but
trying to say is
Defender,
your
not
your
fullback.
argument,
Exactly.
argument-
Defender,
but-
not full, not
guys.
fullback.
Let me finish. What I'm
Okay,
trying to
please.
say is your argument was you couldn't give him the best fullback because as he got older and his body let him down, he had to move to centre back, right? How many
Correct.
38-year-olds have marked Cristiano Ronaldo out of the game?
Not a lot.
38 playing at left back. Not a lot. I'd argue none.
Yes.
Well, I'd argue one.
Yes.
Let's vote on it and get it over and done
So-
with.
so-
Peter, you're
yeah.
right, good vote. And
I
Siobhan,
feel
why
like
you
I'm
gonna
losing
lose,
this,
bro?
but
Why you gonna lose?
Guys, I feel like
Vote.
I'm losing this, but
Look,
no.
I'm happy to go with goat left back and goat right back because I personally I think that's fair. I think
That
we
is
can
fair.
also look at it from that point of view, because you know what, a right back and a left back can still be 2 very different players. In which
CJ,
case,
what you
these
say?
2 are.
CJ, what you say?
To what Criso said in that we had Maldini last week, guys. It's only right that we have one. We had him last week.
Yeah.
It cannot be that you've got a player who's good in 2 positions and you have him as the greatest of all time on 2 positions. I'm
agree.
for
But
one
it is-
player, Cafu.
Yeah, I would also go Cafu. Look, Maldini is the
Yeah.
greatest defender, but as we said, I didn't even think Maldini was going to be on this list because I thought, we had him at centre back. We all agreed
Yeah.
he was a good centre. I know Criso eventually gave in and was like, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with Cafu as our goat.
X, what are you saying? Time's not against us. I mean, time is against us. Talk. X, what you saying?
He's gonna agree with you. Wait. Has gone.
Me, I didn't say
I-
anything. I didn't say anything.
That's why he's not saying anything. Also,
Yeah.
Divine
Um,
Criso was speaking. I didn't say shit.
And,
Are we
and that was
changing-
supposed to
are
be
we-
the easiest tier to talk to.
Yeah,
are we
that's
Yes,
changing-
that was supposed to be the easiest here. So now you have to jump
we-
to world class.
are we changing any?
No, it's
player?
Cafu, man.
Oh, okay, what up?
Cafu did
Okay.
what now?
Okay. No, Cafu for
No.
points.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let's move on. Are we
It's
changing
a
any
hill I'm
player?
willing to die on.
Okay, let's go to world class.
X, what you saying? World class.
World class is fine the way it is.
Guys,
CJ,
how can you put this man in with mere mortals?
Okay, just put him at goat.
Who?
Just put him at goat. Just put him at goat left back.
We
and goat
voted
right
on
back,
it.
and then
Okay,
we
so
carry on.
so
yeah, we
Shiva,
voted, bro.
No, Criso, no.
the question here is, who's the greatest midfielder ever?
Oh, that one's easy.
Huh?
No, that's
Give
next
me-
week.
no,
Don't
easy.
spoil it. That's next week.
That's next week.
That's next week's episode. That's
We'll
next
remove
week's
you.
episode.
So
CJ.
I'm gonna counter Shiva's thoughts here. His greatest midfielder ever is going to be Iniesta. There, in his
He's-
mind, is no one greater than
Yes.
Messi. Theoretically, is played in the midfield. He's not classed as a forward. Go on any FIFA game, and if you want to pick Messi, he's in the midfield attack. He's not an out and out attacker.
He's
So
actually either right wing
Center
or
forward
center
or right
forward.
wing. Right wing
So-
I
or
know
center
this
forward.
because I looked.
right, and that's a midfielder. So
Right wing or
again,
center forward is an attacking position. It is not a midfield position.
it is
He
a
did not
midfield
play
position.
in
Ladies
the
and
middle
gentlemen,
of the
That's
field.
the position.
He
He
plays
does defend in the
4-4-2,
formation.
Yes.
midfielder.
He never
Yes.
played as a
4-4-2, it's a midfielder.
he never played on the right of a 4-4-2. He played on the right of a 4-3-3, or he played as a lone striker as a false 9, or he played as a supporting striker behind a main striker, or on the left
I
a
don't
couple
think
of times.
EA Sports got it
But
wrong
he never
all these
played
years
in
by putting him as. But anyway, I
He-
digress.
He has never been a
Let's-
cam until this FIFA.
Let's
Okay.
go to Greek, guys. Let's go to
Great. Are we moving anyone here? Are we? I think it
Yeah,
looks
we're
good.
dropping Kyle Walker down to decent, gents.
Yeah.
Dude, have you
honestly,
seen Kyle Walker's
yeah.
kids? He's got a
Yeah.
nation. They will come for you.
I would also drop Kyle Walker either to the bottom of great to the top of decent.
Yeah, probably go to the top of decent. So again, guys, my argument early on was Kyle Walker has the recovery pace. He's won one Champions League, a couple of EPLs because he plays in Pep system. But other than his recovery as a player, what has he done to progress his team forward? Ball retention's not there. He's not required to keep the ball, move the ball around. All he's required to do is if someone plops something over the back of your defense, he's going to recover it. We can go and put any other player in there to go and do that, gents.
As
That's
long
my
as they play
personal
and
opinion.
I do agree with you. I do agree with you because City also pressed so high up and constantly pressed that happened so often. So
Mhm.
we probably see a lot more of him because of that, because of tactics.
Yeah.
But I agree we move him
I
down.
might,
just
I might as
everyone
well
else
as
who-
say as what's that oak from Barca that's at the bottom? He could have done his job.
Jordi Alba.
Alba.
I
Yeah.
mean, he
Yeah.
kind of did, right?
Okay.
We
Are we
got him
moving
at the
anyone?
bang average.
Speak, Trishal.
I was gonna say on Walker, right? So I know we speak about Pep system plays, but I think out of everyone in Pep system, he just looked, and especially on the eye test, he just looked like the one player who he didn't look like a Pep system player. He's not
Yeah.
your passy player. He's win the ball, run down the wing, and don't even cross, just give it off. He has a
Yeah.
long shot on him, but yeah, he it was almost like a stick in the mud in that City team. You know,
He's
he wasn't.
English.
Yeah.
He's English, so
That's
he
because
got
for
some
England,
credit.
he played at centre back for England. That's how low they thought of him as a right back. I think Trent, for the most part, played at right wing back in that Southgate system. Even Trippier was playing at right wing back, and they played Walker at centre
You
back.
just
Not
you,
because of his
you just
position,
said
but because of his
you just said Southgate and system in the same sentence.
I apologize.
Guys, you get bad systems too.
In Southgate's formation, in his head canon.
Southgate. Rather say Southgate's team. There's no system there. It's just a compilation of players. Are we moving anyone to bang average between decent bang average?
I think we're good.
Right.
Yeah, that's
We
cool.
good.
Yeah,
Alright,
I would
guys.
put Jordi Alba in decent, to be fair, but
No.
Mm.
No.
I would drop Lucky Likwati. Why
There
is
was a
Lucky
long-
Likwati next to Kyle Walker and next to Bakasanga and Jesse
There was a
Marshall?
long and
Oh
short
my
answer.
God.
There was a long and short answer. No.
Joshua, I think the same issue you have with Gabby is what Shavar has with that player.
No,
Alba
but the
in there.
difference is that Alba is actually a bad fullback. He's another one that was a failed winger.
Ah,
Yeah, he was at Valencia. They played
He
him at
was.
left, and the only reason they put him at left back was because he couldn't do anything except run in a straight line across the ball.
You guys
It
didn't put
goes
Micah
in.
Riches on this list.
no way.
To do what?
Nah.
I did you a favor.
That's a
In
pundit then.
closing, guys,
Football.
X just got away with putting Lucky Likwati On the same level, I'm done.
And that's not even the biggest crime on this board.
Guys, I think we can call it.
No, no.
It was a good therapy session this weekend.
Next week is going to be a lot of
yeah.
fighting. There's going to be a lot of
Yeah.
fighting in the midfield one.
Yeah.
I know
No,
it's going to be but
Yeah.
Let's start off with wingers, dog. I think
No, look,
we'll do wingers.
no, let's
Or
do
should we do-
midfield.
let's do midfielders because it's the start of the season and we've all had a very good off season and look, we're all friends
Yeah.
now. Like, yeah.
No,
Let's
don't say that.
see
Don't
who's
say that. Man
friends by
United
the
didn't
time
have
the
a
season
good se-
starts.
CK is literally surrounded by United fans.
Hey,
And a
no,
Liverpool fan.
Oh, shit. My bad. It's like this. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad, Neymar.
Guys, I think we can call it. Next week is going to be an interesting show. For the
can-
guys,
Yeah.
the keyboard warriors that supported us, much appreciated. Anything else anyone wants to say before we close off?
Shout out to
What's
Aka.
good
Aka
for your-
Aka-
what's good for your voice? I feel like I'm gonna need some boiling water, ginger, and honey for my throat next week
Halls.
from all the shouting I'm gonna do.
Halls. All right, guys, let's call it. It was a good one. Once again, guys, thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Yeah, do all those normal things that people on the internet do on the interweb. Take it easy.
Later,
Enjoy the week. Cheers, guys.
Sweet
All
guys.
right.
Out.
Peace.
Cheers, guys.